reacts. Star Wars 1313 canceled. Battlefield 3 or whatever was left of it destroyed. LucasArts officially shut down. I'm Hollander Cooper. Here with me is...
No!
And...
Greg Henniger. Oh, God.
So, no.
Lorenzo,
This sucks. So I have the official quote. Let's read that first. After evaluating our position in the games market, we've decided to shift LucasArts away from an internal development to a licensing model, minimizing the company's risk while achieving a broader portfolio of blah, 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 screw Star Wars video games. That's a direct quote.
Yeah,
but
at the end.
So yeah, there's LucasArts is just gone. They've been around forever.
They were like, they started my childhood of gaming. Like, Monkey Island, TIE Fighter.
Maniac Mansion, Day of the Tentacle.
There are so
Indiana
many.
Jones with the Fate of... There are so many good games
Jedi
they made.
Outcast.
Republic,
Yeah.
and even recently, like, it's easy to kind of just look back and be like, yeah, they made a ton. But Republic Commando was last gen. That was good.
Yeah.
Force Unleashed 1 was okay.
Story was awesome.
Story was great, and it was a company that had potential. And more importantly, 1313 looked crazy hot.
I haven't been excited about a Star Wars game in like the last 5 years.
Yeah, a lot of the
Well,
Star Wars
that's
games
like the only Star Wars game to come out in the
I
last.
know, and I was up here, like stoked, and then all of a sudden,
Yeah, so there is another quote that's come out since then. Disney saying like, yeah, 1313 was looking fantastic, the reception was great, and our other unannounced titles were fine. It just got to a point where from a business standpoint, we couldn't continue developing these internally, and it said that like, they're evaluating everything right now. There's always a possibility that 1313 could still come out via licensing.
Yeah, if it gets
AKA
picked up by
if-
somebody.
yeah.
Who would pick it up though?
I don't know who
Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
I feel like
Ooh, that'd be so good.
what we saw, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping for like a Rocksteady Star Wars game or something.
So
Somebody
I
will
mean,
stick true to the license.
So I mean, essentially, what Disney is saying is they're going to like Marvel doesn't have an internal development studio. That's not a thing that exists. Most DC doesn't. They just get Warner Brothers to do everything for them,
Yeah.
or like they get Warner Brothers to license stuff out, or that. And I kind of feel like that's what Disney wants. And honestly, it's probably for the best.
It doesn't mean that Star Wars games are going away.
It means that,
entirely.
honestly, it means there will be more of them.
Correct.
Realistically,
yeah.
Correct, but
Because everybody wants
LucasArts
to,
has made my favorite Star Wars games.
Well, they've sort of made like the only.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Jedi
There's
Outcast.
There's a lot of Star Wars fans out there, so I'm sure there's a lot of developers that would love to do a Star Wars game.
There is a
so-
high demand for a good Star Wars game.
Yeah, anything
Yeah.
with a lightsaber sells, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, I think they're looking at games like The Old Republic, which they threw some money behind.
Yeah.
And it didn't. I know BioWare made it, EA published it, but it just didn't end up doing as well as they hoped. Their last few games haven't done great, even the ones that reviewed well.
Right.
So, I mean, from a business standpoint, it makes sense. From a ripping my heart out and stomping on it standpoint,
Yeah.
it's a little rough. But on the bright side, maybe it means they're actually, like, LucasArts just wasn't going to do anything with, like, Maniac Mansion or Indiana Jones point-and-click adventures. But now, if Double Fine goes like, yo, what's going on with Day of the Tentacle over there?
Telltale.
Looking kind of
that'd be
sexy.
sweet.
Telltale picks up Indiana Jones.
Like those are totally open now because
Yeah.
now Disney is actively trying to license that stuff out.
Yeah.
So for as depressing and heartbreaking as this is,
We're never going to see that guy
It's
standing like
probably-
this.
Yeah.
The thing above
it's
him.
probably for the best in the long run. I know it's heartbreaking. It sucks for the developers,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it sucks that we're not going to get the games that we wanted to get. But 8 years from now, we will probably end up having more good games from LucasArts' portfolio
Better Star Wars.
than we would have if they were still
I just
around.
want 1313 next year. Like,
Someone will just make a mod for The Last of Us.
yeah. Yeah. Well,
So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's sort of the news. It's depressing. If you look for the happiness in there, there's a little bit, but it's still a rough day for the game industry. I mean, there's also yesterday High Moon Studios laid off like 40 people. Square Enix is cutting staff. It's a rough.
It's been a grim week.
People are saying it's one of those weeks, and honestly, it's only Wednesday. Companies sometimes just like piling on, so don't be surprised if you see us back with these padded walls and some straight jackets before the end of the week to talk about more layoffs. Though, hopefully that's not the case.
Hopefully nobody else jumps on the bandwagon.
Yeah, you can find out more information about this and everything else on GamesRadar.com, and be sure to subscribe to Games Radar on YouTube, like us, and comment about how big is the hole where your heart used to be that LucasArts kind of kept there.
lightsaber
Yeah,
size shape.
about
just-
that big.
Yeah. Well, it's not that big of a hole.
An inch in
It's big enough that it would kill me.
That's true. So with that, be sure to check back on Games Radar's YouTube page for more Radar Reacts.
Rancor sized. Damn it.
My name's Manny Calavera. I'm your new travel agent.